Can we just talk a little bit about the numbers, first of all, Mert, and just get a sense of what they're telling us at this stage? A few weeks ago, it was almost certain that the president would pull off both the presidential votes and the parliamentary votes, and would do so with a clear sort of an easy win. Where are we now?
Well, it looks like President Erdogan will be able to clinch a victory in this poll, in this election. It's difficult to say whether if he's going to win in the first or the second round, but the margin of error is very close in the first round. He gets 50.8% in the first round. We're talking about a margin of error around 3.5%, so it could be either way in the first round. But if we look at the second round, the margin of error is 3.5%, but the lead that Erdogan has close to his closest competitor is 8%. So that's definitely outside the margin of error. So if things go to the second round, it's very likely that Erdogan is going to win. Now, the thing that's going to determine the outcome definitely is whether if he wins the parliament. AKP will need 301 seats in the parliament out of a 600, and the AKP plus their coalition partner MHP needs to get around 48–49% of votes in order to get the 301 seats required for a majority in the parliament. Our poll suggests that he will be able to get that.
Yeah, and that majority is critical because we are seeing a potentially significant, we're potentially seeing a massive shift in the way that Turkey is governed. We are, as President Erdogan just mentioned, moving to potentially a presidential system that if he can win both elements, i.e. the presidential vote and the parliamentary vote, effectively Parliament will become a non-entity and will just be there to rubber stamp. But if he doesn't win Parliament, that obviously throws that entire plan out of the window, doesn't it?
Exactly, and if he doesn't win the parliament, if things go to the second round, then we're talking about a completely different scenario there. This is a completely different world. We can't ask about this in our polls because this is a hypothetical situation that people have difficulty conjuring up. But if I try to make a qualitative judgment of what it's going to look like, suddenly I think we might see a lot of people around Erdogan dropping their support for Erdogan in exchange for something new. In Turkey, what people need to see, the opposition voters especially, what they need to see is a glimmer of hope. And if Erdogan doesn't win in the first round, and if AKP and MHP doesn't win the majority in the parliament, then we're talking about a glimmer of hope when things could change radically in the second round. But I have to say that this is a highly unlikely scenario.